What's up, everybody? You are watching the J Red Show on YouTube. Well, some of you on YouTube and some of you on TikTok. So, I just watched WWE Unreal. It's a documentary about what goes on behind the WWE writing room. What Triple H and his writing team does. How they tell their stories. And they talked about John Cena's retirement tour and his heel turn last year. So, Elimination Chamber of last year, John Cena turns heel. He becomes a villain. He kicks Cody Rhodes in the balls. And he and The Rock beat up Cody Rhodes. The Rock... That was the last time we saw him in WWE. There was no plan for him to stick around. They did it for views and clicks on social media. There was no plan. So, the story behind Cena's heel turn is he wanted to ruin wrestling. I've heard some people defend this by saying, well, his heel run was supposed to suck because that's the story. He's trying to ruin wrestling. I mean, it's kind of ass-backwards logic. Like, why would you watch that if it sucks on purpose? I mean, I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to say, John Cena is trying to ruin wrestling. That's why the wrestling fans need to root for the baby faces like Randy Orton and CM Punk and Cody Rhodes to take the title from him. But they really twisted it to say, no, John Cena's actually ruining wrestling. It backfired on them. At the end of the video, Triple H says, John Cena's, farewell tour was a success. What? No, it wasn't. You lost a lot of ratings. A lot of critics hated it. I hated it. Okay, there's bits and pieces that I liked. I liked the AJ Styles match. I liked some of his promos. But overall, the overall product was just not good. I think the problem with Cena's heel turn, I like the concept. I like the idea of Cena going to the dark side and threatening to take the title, the WWE Championship, away from the company, take it to Hollywood as he retires. But I think the problem was it should have been done like 2017, 2018 when Cena was transitioning from a full-timer to a part-timer. That's when they should have done the story. Because Cena was still getting booed. He was still getting Cena sucks chants. You could have turned him in 2012 when he was feuding with The Rock. 2006 at One Night Stand. But I just think last year was just way too late. The kids that grew up cheering Cena, they were the adults cheering for him during his heel turn. That's why it didn't work. And Although if you disagree with me, I understand. I think most WWE fans think that Cena's heel turn sucked. I mean, if you disagree with me, we can agree to disagree. It's your opinion. But most fans think it sucked. Now, where we're divided is the argument I'm making where I thought it was too late. And then there's the argument others fans are making, which initially I was a part of this argument, that it could have worked, but it was ruined because The Rock ran back to Hollywood. He wanted to make a crappy remake of Moana. What was the point? He should have stayed at least for a tag team match with Cody and Punk against Rock and Cena. Or explain why he sold his soul to The Rock. Give us something, anything. They gave us nothing. And Cena and Triple H has the audacity to say his run is a success. And then in his final match of his career, they pissed a lot of people off by having Cena tap out to Gunther. I mean, you can't attack Triple H on that. That was Cena's idea. It's not Triple H's fault. It's not TKO's fault. That's Cena's fault. I mean, when it comes to Triple H and TKO versus Vince McMahon, my honest opinion was they both suck. But if Vince McMahon wasn't a rapist piece of shit, I would take him over Triple H and TKO. Let's compare two of the worst stories in wrestling. The invasion angle versus Cena's heel turn and farewell tour. Both suck. Both are two of the worst written stories in wrestling history. Both are two of the biggest missed opportunities in wrestling history. But at least with Cena's heel turn, there was at least with the invasion, there was a frickin' plan. There was no plan with Cena's heel turn. That's why I will say I'll take Vince over Triple H and TKO. Although Vince McMahon sucks. His product sucked in this last couple of years. And then on top of that, he's a horrible human being. So, no, I don't want Vince McMahon back. But do you agree with me here on Twitter at JRed Show? On to some movies and TV shows talk. Yeah, The Rock went to make a live-action remake of Moana. Oh, yay, another live-action remake of Moana. Another live-action Disney remake. Shot for shot. There were very few changes from the original. It's not the worst one, that's still Lion King, but damn, that was bad. The Rock just going through the motions. And yet, despite Moana flopping, despite SummerSlam not selling tickets, he still doesn't show up back to the WWE. So, will he return to Saudi? Will he return to WrestleMania to face Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes? Will the Saudi Kings give enough money? I don't freaking know. I also saw Supergirl. James Gunn's DC Universe is off to a terrible start. Did not like this one either. Well, I liked it better than Moana, but this is more meh. I also saw Evil Dead Rise with my girlfriend. I say it was okay. It's my least favorite of the Evil Dead movies, but so far I think the first 5 are pretty good. This one was just okay. Doesn't really add much to the Evil Dead lore. It's just another generic story about the Necronomicon and such. Finally, House of the Dragon. This lost me. I'm losing interest in this series. Now, maybe I'm falling into the same trap that I did with Better Call Saul. And I'm making the same mistake when I compare it to Breaking Bad. Because I thought Better Call Saul at first was underwhelming and a little boring. But the problem is I kept comparing it to Breaking Bad. And to be honest, I'm doing the same thing with House of the Dragon. Like, I'm looking to watch House of the Dragon, like, okay, where are the good scenes? Like, where's a scene like the White Wedding? Or, sorry, the Red Wedding? Or Ned Stark getting his head chopped off by Joffrey Lannister? There were just more iconic moments in Game of Thrones. This is just very safe. The dragons look good. This acting's good, okay, but I don't know. It's just not catching me. Do you disagree? What are your thoughts? Hit me on Twitter at JRedShow, and I'll see you later.